When you die, you resurrect, but your body comes back to the shape it was in when you died for the very first time, and without any of your memories. So, although you had that scar erased with laser surgery, it's going to appear again if you die. Your best girl. Thanks to her, you've got a very worthwhile present. If the scar on your hand comes back, go to her and do whatever she tells you to do. You work at the antique shop that Pauline inherited from her father. When you die, so all your best girl, thanks to her, if the scar on years ago, when you were known as Choke, you went crazy and lost your mind and ended up living in a derelict metro station in New York, where the psycho found you. Down in the Cadway metro station, you made friends with another crazy street person. He was as nutty as you were. And what drove him crazy was that he couldn't accept the death of his son. Years later, you got him out of the loony bin they put him into and brought him to Paris, where he works with you and Pauline now. 3 years ago, a totally crazy millionaire found you at Cadway, and he discovered that you were an immortal, and so he used you to become one himself. The crazy tycoon wasn't alone. He had a hunting dog who did everything he was ordered to do. White killed you, and when you resurrected with no memory, he lied to you. He gave you a false life, a false past, a false career, even a false mother. Yet, although White manipulated you into finding the potion of immortality, you also discovered some things you weren't supposed to. When that happened, like at the Hotel Doré in Paris, he killed you. And when you came back, he manipulated you again, making you start all over again. The last time that psycho killed you, he made you swallow mercury. That was a little mistake, because from then on, you started to remember small pieces from your past, which helped you to finish with him. Your findings led you to the ruins of the Church of St. Fergus in Scotland, where you remembered how you were made an immortal, and where you threw the psycho into a well. Hines de Orduña, founder of the Order of the Flesh, transmuted your body in 1501 so you could return from the dead. However, he excluded one of the ingredients from the potion of immortality, mercury, without which you come back without your memory. The weirdest thing is that Hines was in your dream. You met him as a boy. The coin of judgment is the main ingredient of the potion of immortality. You believe that, if you can find one, you'll be able to undergo the same ritual, this time with mercury, so that in the future you won't lose your memory again. A mysterious blind master appears in your dreams, but only there, because his name is not in any history book. You don't even know in which era you met him. Hey, Boris.
Say, Choke.
You haven't parked the van yet?
Nope. I'm gonna finish up with something first, and I'll get to that in a jiffy.
What something?
Surfing Facebook. It's important.
Boris, the van?
Okay, Choke. In a jiffy.
Hey, man, are you going to park the van or not?
Sure, Choke. In a jiffy.
Seriously, Boris.
Park the van. I know. In a jiffy. You don't have to say a word. You want me to park the van, and I'll do it for sure. In a jiffy.
All right, when the cops come and they're going to tow it away, just let me know, okay?
Sure, Choke. In a jiffy.
Did they send you the results from your last checkup?
Nope. Did I tell you he hit my knee with a little rubber hammer? It was crazy. My leg went boing, and I laughed my ass off. Ha ha ha! Now I do it all the time. Boing, boing. You try it.
About this TV show, you know, the one where you saw Victoria Baxter? Which TV show was it that Baxter was on today?
One with famous people nobody knows. They're having breakfast with journalists who don't know what they're talking about. And no one sees because they're on at a time when everyone's still snoring.
Are you sure she said she was looking for a nyo?
No. They asked her what she'll do now that she lives in Paris. She said she'd make a sweep of the antique shops in the city in search of Japanese art, which I have a soft spot for, especially for the carvings.
Did she happen to mention anything about her love for tobacco?
Nope. Wait, yes. When they asked her how she liked her breakfast, she said, "It's even better than the French standards. Happy birthday. Only a good pipe could improve it."
Why were they interviewing her in the first place?
Because they didn't have anyone else, I guess. But they said she is one of the most important collectors in Europe and wants to start her own little Japanese museum in Paris.
How much do you think we can ask Baxter for the sculpture?
Oh, what a nuisance. But don't tell the boss I helped you, okay? Date? Origin? Author?
It was made by Unkei, the most highly valued sculptor from the Kei school in Japan at the end of the 12th century.
Conservation state?
It was in very bad shape, but Pauline's father, he did an amazing restoration.
Around 600,000 euros. Happy birthday.
There's something I need to ask you about our previous life in New York.
Oh, Choke. Really? Again?
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
Now tell me again, how did we meet?
I was in the station, sitting on a bench, waiting for... you know.
I know.
You sat beside me, not saying a word. You offered me half a sandwich.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
I started to think that the demolished station was a church and that we were members of the Inquisition. Why did I think that?
No idea. You talked a lot of nonsense. I liked that because you were acting crazier than me. And you got food and things for us.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I could ever become Choke again?
Well, Choke, you still are Choke. Younger, but time will change all that. You are less crazy, though. We're both improving, aren't we?
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
What exactly was it like when you saw me die and then resurrect for the first time?
I laughed my ass off. I thought, so all that nonsense about eternal life is true.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any idea why I went to that station in the first place?
You were sure that Cadway was related to Cadwallader, and that Cadwallader had something to do with the Inquisition, and someone with ginger hair.
You never told me that before.
Maybe. Or maybe you've just forgotten that I have.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key to who I am and why I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
I thought I asked you to buy ink for the printer.
And I did.
But there's no ink in the printer.
But you asked me to buy it, that's all.
Logical. Okay. So would you be so kind as to give me the ink cartridge for the printer, please?
With pleasure, Choke. Just ask me. Happy birthday!
All right, when the cops come and they're gonna...
Sure, Choke.
Pauline,
Tell me.
here. I guess you'll need this to take the pics.
Oops, thanks. Where was it?
In the laptop slot. You left it there, I guess.
Oh, sure. I emptied it yesterday. Old pics. The ones we took from that Tibetan mortar.
Hey, I know what to gift Baxter.
Are you sure we need to bribe people?
It's not bribing. It's called diplomacy. Anyway, Baxter is a pipe aficionado, and it's time that we get rid of the billiard pipe.
John, that costs money. We can't afford stupid gifts.
It's not a stupid gift. It's a clever investment.
Okay, John, you win.
There's only one detail missing. Could you paint Baxter's B on the pipe?
Okay, give me a sample of that bee and I'll take care of it.
As soon as I print it. Here's the pipe. By the way, my website works again.
Who do you think restarted the server, smartass?
Oh, oops. Thank you. Have you taken the photos of the statue?
I'll have them in no time, don't worry.
Any progress with the statue's documentation?
Not yet, but I'm on it.
I know I met your dad when I was Choke, but I'd love to meet him now again, now that I'm myself.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just thought that when remembering that your dad hid his diary in the base of the cross. Everything you tell me, everything he did, he was special. Just like you.
And complicated. Thanks anyway.
I saw some red drops in the shower. Did you hurt yourself or something?
John, why do you think I took 2 showers today?
I don't know.
It came just after the first shower.
What came?
John, have you learned nothing about women in 500 years?
Oh, I get it. Talking about your period. Well, you had it a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
It's come up before. Tension, the debts.
An email arrived from the Antiques Association of Paris for the annual party thing.
I don't think we can go. Too much work.
It's just one night. I mean, it's not like we get invited to a lot of costume Okay, you're right. Way too much work. How can you work with that music?
It gives me energy. The opposite of those prehistoric lullabies that you like. Wait, if I tell you that it's a mysterious redhead playing this track, will you like it better?
So funny.